I got into fishing when I was probably about 4 or 5 years old. My dad used to take me fishing a lot as a child. It's been a bit of an obsession ever since, really. Get a great deal of pleasure out of it, and it's a nice way to go and earn a living now. It makes no sense to me to present anything other than tip-top condition fish. So we go to a lot of trouble to keep our fish in top condition. 95% of my fishing is hook and line fishing. The beauty of it is there's no damage, there's no bycatch. We catch what we target. You know, we're not slaughtering other species that we don't want. So it's a very, very clean way of fishing, I would say.
I wanted as a consumer to be sure that I wasn't buying from methods of catch that I felt were destructive or detrimental to the marine environment. My interest started from owning Japanese restaurants, where of course the provenance of the fish is really important. You need to know where it was caught and when it was caught, because the quality has to be such that you can eat it raw. So it was really important for me to find quality English fish. Anything under 10 metres are the boats that we look to take from. We are predominantly looking at static fishers and handliners, which is really the most environmentally friendly way of doing it. So the whole point of Soul of Discretion is to be able to identify who these fishermen are for us as consumers, to financially reward those fishermen who are fishing with sensitivity to the sea, so that we can say, I actively want to put my money into supporting these small-scale fishers who are less environmentally damaging. It seeks to link people with planet and with celebration, if you like, of good food. And the quality is just second to none.
When I first became interested in European fisheries, it was really to look back over the last 3 decades or so at how climate change had been affecting the fish stocks. We can predict, using models of the Met Office, how fisheries might change going into the future. Talking to the fishermen, talking to ecologists, we realised it doesn't necessarily need to be bad news. So what we decided to do was to bring together government scientists, fishermen, academics, policymakers, lawyers, together into one room to try and envisage what 2050 could look like if we did everything right. One of the real outcomes from the workshop that we organised in London was Soul of Discretion. We now have a system where our students are able to go out on the boats, help the fishermen to assess the way that they're fishing, to look at the way the fish are being handled and processed, and then those fish are being sold with extra value. The consumer knows the day that the fish was caught, the fishing boat, the fisherman that caught it. And we can add information to that so that the consumer knows why they're getting a certain species, why it's in season, and why it's climate change and sustainability friendly. That means that there's no bycatch, these fish are targeted very carefully, and they're brought back to shore that day. It's just really delicious, very fresh, very simple fish.